to Markets on Air. Latin America Conference. Ecuador looking for investors. It was his first time in Germany. Ecuador's President Rafael Correa had high expectations of Berlin and was full of praise for his own country.
Ecuador is one of the most dynamic countries in Latin America. While the region's economy grew by 3.5% between 2007 and 2012, Ecuador's grew at a rate of 4.3%.
Ecuador has not been high on the list of German investors until now, but that may be changing.
Latin America doesn't have the same problems as other countries. It's a stable region. That's why we've chosen impulses as our slogan. Mid-sized companies are diverting more and more resources to countries generating positive headlines. In Asia, we're starting to see some negative news.
Latin America's infrastructure projects, mining and energy sectors are drawing the attention of investors, despite the persistence of some trade barriers. According to Germany Trade and Invest, German companies have doubled their investment in the Latin American region over the past 10 years, to more than 60 billion euros.
Attractive location. Chinese companies betting on Germany. It's been a year since the Chinese machinery maker Sany Heavy Industry acquired Putzmeister, Germany's leading manufacturer of cement pumps. Sany paid over 500 million euros for the company. I've been admiring the marvelous development of Putzmeister for over 20 years. Chinese investors have long been attracted to German know-how and European technology. Now, in the midst of the Eurozone debt crisis, Europe's weaknesses offer the perfect chance for the Chinese to step in. In 2012, China spent 12.6 billion euros for stakes in European enterprises or total buyouts. Most of the money was invested in the industrial and services sectors. Chinese investors are especially attracted to Germany's highly developed infrastructure and to its highly qualified workforce.
China in the driver's seat. German car makers are well represented at this year's Shanghai Auto Show, now that China has become the world's biggest car market. The automobile sector expects annual growth of 8% in the coming years. And that makes the Shanghai Auto Show the year's most important industry trade fair for the likes of Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen and Audi.
Positive forecast for Germany. The crisis affecting many Eurozone countries has left Germany relatively unscathed. The country's leading economic research institutes are predicting growth of 0.8% this year, but starting in 2014, the researchers forecast a return to solid growth of 1.9%.
Africa growing strong. While the global economy remains fragile, many African nations are experiencing robust growth. A study by the World Trade Organization reveals a total growth rate of 6.3%, making Africa one of the world's most dynamic regions. The growth is led by countries such as Rwanda, Ghana and Nigeria.
104,500 million euros. That's the value of goods Germany exported to France last year. The figure makes up nearly 10% of total German exports. France has been the world's #1 importer of goods made in Germany every year since 1961.
German technology, popular in neighbouring France. This 17-ton rolling machine has no problem, well, almost no problem, climbing this slope. Road building and landscaping machines like this have made Germany's Bomag one of the world's leading manufacturers in the sector. The company's high-tech products are especially successful in France, which is Bomag's most important European customer. Company president Jörg Unger knows that staying ahead requires his engineers to constantly come up with new ideas.
The French are somewhat in love with technology. You're probably familiar with examples from the automobile industry with Citroën and Peugeot, where they find really unique technical solutions that probably wouldn't be accepted in every market. And this technical playfulness is something we experience on the market in France.
The company demonstrates its technical savvy with this small multi-purpose compactor. It's run by remote control. One look in the shipping department makes it clear that many of these machines have a long journey ahead of them. But while booming Asian markets may be the company's future, its most loyal customers are still next door in France. That was Markets on Air.